What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris. I'm going to be bringing you more games from the Starseries Season 3. This time it's going to be MYM on the Radiant, Skane's Elite on the Dire. I skipped through a little bit more of this once again, because if you just look at the three bands in the beginning, and look at the three picks, there's, like, nothing to say about them. It's so completely standard. Skane's Elite opening up with the Nagas Iron, Tidehunter, plus the Venomancer, so they have a pretty solid supporting cast, as well as that hard carry for later on. They're banning out they're currently banning out the long laners for MYM, trying to force Enigma into that lane so they could get him out of the jungle. MYM, they are going to be banning out one more support hero in the Shadow Shaman, but also another farm-dependent hero that excels with farm and experience. Because Skane's Elite, they only have the Naga Siren to really absorb the experience and really take the gold up and make use of it. Their picks are going to be Rubik, Enigma, as well as the Morphling, so already they have a lot of team fight. Skane's Elite have a decent amount of team fight too, and both teams do have that hard carry. Skane's Elite, they probably would like to get a couple more stuns to take care of that Morphling right now, the net. I mean, sometimes it could be enough, you'd really rather want to have a couple more. MYM, on the other hand, they have a good amount of lockdown between the Rubik and Enigma, and I'm sure they'll have some slows coming in within their next two picks. And yeah, there you go. The entire lineup has just been gone over. I mean, Rubik, Naga Siren, Tidehunter, they're all really just like top tier heroes. This is 0.74. There's one more after this, and I'm hopefully going to try to get this done, the last 0.74 done, and then the first 0.75 done today. But I don't know if that could happen, because first of all, MLG Dallas is on right now, and I'm not watching it right now because it's, Lenok versus Bomber, and I don't really care for either of those two, but you know who's doing really well? It's frickin' Flash. Yeah, the god of Brood War. Friggin' insane stuff right there. So good. He's just killing everyone. So I'm watching that. I'm playing Dire Tide to try to get some more essences. I need one more unusual and two more quas to make the, three of everything one. So I'm trying to do that, and that's really pretty much why I haven't been uploading as much as I usually do. Not to mention schoolwork, of course. I have 3 of my classes are very team group work oriented, and 2 of those have like due dates coming. One of those is kind of just after a due date, so I should be doing a lot of work there, but I'm kind of not, since my groups are really lazy and incompetent, which is pretty much what happens in all group work assignments. Yeah, I freaking hate all of this stuff. Group papers especially, like we have to write what, like 12 pages of group paper, and it's not that much, especially individually. But just the fact that everyone has a different writing style, it's going to be very awful, and I'm going to hate it. But hopefully we will not have to think about that right now, because MYM, they're running out of time to make a pick. They're going to go for the Sand King. Could be a possible long lane hero. I personally do not like the Sand King in that lane. Really, he's a lot better when he's roaming around, or he's in the safe protecting the carry lane. When you long lane the Sand King, he doesn't get anything done. He usually doesn't survive. And at that point, it's like, why are you doing that? Regardless, Sand King is going to be their stunning hero, or one of their stunning heroes. Combined with the Black Hole, that Epicenter will be absolutely devastating. So MYM do have a lot of magical damage, plus physical damage to back that up. Skane's Elite, kind of the same thing. Venomancer, his ultimate isn't as glorious as the Sand King's ultimate. Just the fact that it's very damage over time compared to the burst damage of the Epicenter. Both teams looking to be relatively similar as far as their picks. Skane's Elite, this is why I love them. I gotta say, they're pretty much one of my favorite teams at this point. I don't know how well they've been performing under the name Pulse, which is, at the time of this recording, not at the time of this replay, their current sponsor or whatever. You can see the Pulse thing right here for Mini. But Wisp is going to be the pickup for Skane's Elite. Let's see if they want to go for a CK as the final pickup. That would be a pretty Skane's Elite thing to do. They could, of course, go for a Tiny and have that combo going. But hey, we've even seen people run the Wisp's Naga Siren as the tether partner, the relocation partner. And although that does work to some extent, I personally think that Naga Siren is best when she is farming, so in late game she could kill everything for you. Really, if you're relocating, you might get a kill, but if things go wrong, then, well, you're screwed. MYM, their last pick is going to be the Queen of Pain. So it looks like we're going to have a Queen of Pain mid, Morphling on the bottom lane with Rubik to support, Enigma in the jungle, and Sand King on top. Should be pretty stable lanes, except for that top lane. Really will give Meteor Maker's a little bit of uncertainty as far as that lane goes, but really you don't expect him to do much. He could just forego the lane entirely, which is really what I would do if I was if I was the captain of MYM. I'd just be like, okay, Sand King, you're not going to get anything up there, because we know the Naga Siren is going to be up there with at least one other hero. They're going to pressure you back, you're not going to get anything, so just leave the lane, farm the easy creep camps, because Enigma could function without killing that easy creep camp. I mean, it's definitely not optimal, but he does just fine, just because he can kill things instantly. Skane Elite, they're going to take a little bit more time. They do have enough stun now, I believe, although they need a lot of stun for this team. Sand King, Queen of Pain, Morphling, all very slippery heroes. And they do have the Tether stun, they do have the Net Ravage. They pick up that CK, man, you get that Bolt. Okay, Tiny's fine as well. Tiny Wisp, a little bit like more standard than Wisp CK. Like if you have a choice, then you would want to go for Tiny usually, just because he works so well with the Wisp. CK works well also, like, don't get me wrong, but just the way the Tiny works with the Wisp is so devastating. So that is going to be their final pickup. And with the lanes, with the players picking up their heroes, it's going to be kind of interesting. Region usually is the hard carry, so I don't know, we might still see that Wisp Naga Siren combination. Although, when you pick up a Tiny with a Wisp, you kind of expect to do the relocate ganks, the Avalanche Toss, just because you could 100% to 0% someone in the matter of like 1.5 seconds. But of course, later on, the Wisp Overcharge does help Tiny amplify his late game by quite a bit. Let's see. There we go, Balsam speaking some Spanish right there. Or, I believe that's correct Spanish. I know it is Spanish, I don't know if it's correct Spanish. Let's go into Elite. They're going to have Pinoy on the Tidehunter Fishbone, on the Venomancer Wagamama playing this Naga Siren. Tiny is going to be played by Region and Mini, of course, on that Wisp. MYM, on their side, they have Rise playing that SK, Nino on the Enigma, Calculus on the Queen of Pain, Balsam's playing the hard carry Morphling. That leaves Atsi to support as the Rubik. So, yeah, we're just gonna chill for about 1,000,000 years. Look at these guys, they're so friendly. Yeah, but anyway, I've been playing a lot of Dire Tide. I, like, completely don't get it. Like, I think I just play it fundamentally incorrectly. But I don't really care, because I'm slowly getting essences, and really, I don't really care about the cosmetic item. The items, like all this stuff. Like, yeah, it's nice to look cool, but it doesn't really help you play. Of course, the courier doesn't do that either. I don't know why I'm actually going for the courier. I guess it's because it's actually something tangible to work towards, and once I get enough essences, I'm done. But yeah, it's been a while since I've actually played a game of Dota. I should probably go back to doing that, but I'm sure that'll happen after Dire Tide. Looks like both teams gonna head towards their respective jungles. Not gonna find anyone over there. And really, Skane's Elite, I feel, they do have a little bit of a better late game. MYM, they do have the team fight, though. They have so much magical burst damage. With the Sand King Epicenter, plus the Sonic Wave on top of a black hole. Skane's Elite do have some pretty good counter initiation, though. That Ravage is one of, if not the best, counter initiation spell in the business. They're just going to have to be careful, though. Skane's Elite have the capacity to be very aggressive, but then again, so do MYM. Looks like the aggression is going to start very early. Rise, you do not want to go up to here. You do not want to go up here. There's the Gale, there's the Avalanche. Gosh, Riptide and Rise is crushed by the Wisp of all people. I don't know how the Wisp got... I don't know how the Wisp got that with all the friggin' magical burst damage, and you have like Tiny who's hitting for 69 versus 49, 53. Yeah, the Wisp has like the least damage here, and he still got the kill. But Wisp, that's going to give him quicker boots. That's going to give him possibly a flight courier. And yeah, good work, Vilat. You saw the first blood, but I did too. So not going to miss it this time. But it's pretty easy when everyone's grouped up and you see one single dot on the map moving towards them. If you miss that, then you should really not. You should, yeah. Okay. Looks like the mid lane is going to be a dual lane of Wagamama and Fishbone, hopefully shutting down Calculus as much as they can. Naga Siren's going to take a lot of pressure back, but Fishbone, he has to be the one trading his restoratives in order to stand toe-to-toe with Calculus, or in order to allow Wagamama to stand toe-to-toe with Calculus. Top lane, it's going to be Region versus Rise. Mini doing pulling action right now. So Rise is going to get a little bit more than he usually would. It's not going to be a tri-lane on this top lane. Instead, they're going to dual lane in the mid. So that is going to mean that Rise is going to have a slightly easier time. Pinoy on the bot lane, however, he's not going to have a fun time at all. Atsu with the long range attacking range, plus the disable. So you're going to protect Balsam pretty much fully. Like the Tidehunter is instead going to get some Ancients stacked up. It's going to be a little bit rough for him to kill those, though. Anchor Smash is physical, so it does hit Ancients. But it doesn't really do the hugest amount of damage. Like, Tidehunter is no Beastmaster. He cannot do that. Gale, plus net, both missing. Oh, and actually the Gale hits. Very fast fingers from Calculus. Saw the Gale fly out, and he instantly blinked away. If he was like 1 millisecond slower, then he would have been dead to the floor. Probably would have died. The Riptide minus armor plus the right click should have been enough, I think. But regardless, it's not going to happen. Rise is getting some pretty good experience, whereas Pinoy is getting pretty much nothing.
Invisibility.
The assist in the beginning of the game is going to help him out a little bit, but Rise is getting definitely a lot more in the long run. Combine that with the fact that MYM have an Enigma in the jungle. That's going to be helping them with their golden experience income by quite a bit. Wouldn't be surprised to see if they were ahead, although the first blood might not show that. The experience earned slightly in their favor because of that Enigma, but the gold earned first blood still helping Skane's Elite keep some sort of a lead, although at this point in the game it's really just peanuts. Looks like Pinoy has wandered down to this mid lane. The thing is, they have to kill Calculus within the duration of this net. There's the net, plus the Gale. Calculus can take a lot of damage, but he blinks away. Looks like they're going to dive this. Calculus is moving very slowly, going to try to bottle up through the tick charges, but it's not going to be enough. Fishbone, with the poison damage stacking up high on that Queen of Pain, does pick up his first kill of the game. Second kill for Skane's Elite. And Pinoy gets a much... No, he didn't even get... Yeah, he didn't even get it. He didn't even get any gold for an assist. That kind of sucks for him. It's too far away for a gush. Queen of Pain blinked way too far. But the Tidehunter did get a little bit of experience from that. That's going to help him in a little bit. Oh, the top lane Rise is so friggin' dead. An avalanche toss combo with the tether. Region, you better not die to this. There you go, losing the aggro. Although he might still die to this. No, he won't. Tower is going to instead attack creeps. Just cut the tail into that one. But yeah, Rise on the top lane. Sand King is getting a little bit more levels, but he is still nowhere near safe with the Tiny Wisps combination on the other side of that lane. Logmama is being left alone as Fishbone. He's going to help Puno on his bot lane, possibly go for a kill on Atsi. Tidehunter doesn't have all that much though. He's probably just going to look towards a couple of creep steals. He's going to get one. I think he got the big one. The big wolf. And I'm pretty sure the default announcer got switched to the Death Prophet one. I don't know. I don't really like it. I'd rather just have the regular announcer. It's one of the reasons why I stopped playing Heroes of Newerth. It's because the friggin' custom announcers were so fucking obnoxious. Like, you couldn't turn them off. It was just horrible. I hated it. It was so bad. Like, whenever I was playing, I just couldn't stand playing just because of that noise. It was so bad. Also, the fact that we got to that me and my friends got to 1800 MMR, and then no one could match up against us. Yeah, so we pretty much beat the game there. So that was fun times right there. Like, Heroes of Newerth wasn't a bad game when I was playing it. The problem was that it got really shitty as time went on. Pinoy's gonna take telekinesis. That's gonna make Balsam miss the waveform though. And Pinoy's gonna take a couple of right clicks, but he should be fine. But yeah, anyway, Heroes of Newerth. I mean, it was a fun game. It was really fun. Do you know why? Because it was essentially Dota 2. You had a couple new heroes like Chipper and Malikan and all those guys, but Pinoy, why are you running towards the Nino? That's not what you want to do. He's gonna take a Malphite stun. Calculus blinking in closer for that Scream Pain. He's gonna get a kill. Meanwhile, I'm talking about friggin' Heroes of Newerth. Yeah, but it's pretty much a dead game now. Haven't played it in years. I'm never going to play it again because, well, first of all, I paid $30 for it, which I'm pissed about because it was like the worst $30 I ever spent. I don't know. It gave me a little bit of entertainment though because it was essentially Dota 2 before Dota 2 was even an idea. Top lane, Pinoy's in a little bit of trouble. Balsam and Atsi pushing down that tower as much as they can. Even the Sand King is moving up, or moving down, I guess, towards his bot lane, trying to get a gank on this Tidehunter. He's going to leave the top lane free for Region to do whatever he wants. He's going to be farming, because what else are you going to do when no one else is in your lane? Nino going to dip into this lane, doesn't have conversions. I don't know what happened to them, but it doesn't matter. Maybe the tower killed the illusions, I guess, the conversions. Oh no, Pinoy. He's going to fight Rise, 1v1. Here we go. Anchor versus Claw. And looks like they are just going to trade one hit apiece, and then they're both going to back up at the tower. has been brought down by MYM. They're going to keep going because they do have the Enigma. That's pretty much all the pushing power that they have, however. They also do have a Ring of Basilius, yes, on the Morphling. A little bit of bonus armor going to help out this push just a little bit. And while Skane's Elite, they do have a Tide Hunter moving down. They do have the Naga Siren moving down. But those heroes really aren't capable of doing... Oh, they have the Venomancer as well, so I guess they could do something. But Sand King is invisible now, and I don't think they know about it. They should know about it. They have a ward right there, and that would have been where the ward spawned. So it looks like they are going to hold this tower. MYM, they did take the tier 1. Wasted a lot of time doing like a little bit of damage to tier 2, but it is going to be a lot easier to kill it later on in the game. Problem for them is that Region is still farming level 6 on the Tiny. The Wisp from the pulls, not yet level 6 on him, but he's going to have that relocate soon enough, and then everyone's got to be careful. Rise running out that illusion rune, going to run straight into Pinoy, looking for an aggressive burrow strike. Not going to find it. Region is getting phase boots. I wonder if he's going to go for the movement speed build. Usually do you see drums? Yes, it is going to be a drum. Bracer, going to be built into a drum, and then Aghanim Scepter, and then hit things with your stick until it dies. Minion Region could go for a kill onto Rise. If they see him, they do see him now. Of course, well, that's not going to help. Arcane Boots should be fine. Oh, Region and Mini. They're not done yet, but they don't have the Avalanche. I don't think they could actually do this. Tossing the Wisp for that stun grenade. Not going to work, however. Not enough damage, but it was a lot. So all the spirits hit that Sand King. But if Region didn't burn his Avalanche on those creeps, that would have been the easiest kill of their life. Mini and Region still wandering around together. They're going to spot 2 on this top lane. They look like they want to dive it. There's the Tether Bomb. Can land onto Atsi, instantly bringing him down. Rise in a little bit of trouble. He's level 4. He can get a level 2 Burst Strike onto Region. Should be fine to run out of this. However, Rise doesn't have any follow-up, and Region is going to live. Mini, what are you doing there, Mini? He's going to salve up, and, well, now he's in a really tough situation. He should teleport out right now, or he's probably just going to make a dash for the Tether. Yes, there's a Tether. Going to stun Rise. Avalanche Toss going to kill that Sand King. He's going to relocate straight out to the bot lane, possibly? No, he's going to teleport back to the fountain. But the bot lane, however, Calculus is on the run. 3 seconds till his blink, and he gets, almost denied by the neutrals. Venomancer with the poison damage, just barely taking that one from the clutches of the trolls. Good attempt by Calculus, but Skane's Elite with aggression all over the map. Picking up kill after kill. MYM do have 1 kill on the... Who is it? The Queen of Pain? Yeah, the Queen of Pain does have that 1 kill. But still, the Region is getting farmed. Waga, let's see how he's doing. Not the most gold per minute, but he's staying involved in the fights. They're really using the Naga Siren for the early game. Burst damage from Riptide, plus the minus armor on top of that. And then, of course, the Ensnare. So Naga Siren, although they would probably like her to get a little bit more farm, and she's staying active around the map, and she's not doing all that poorly. I mean, she's still 3rd place. That's pretty darn good. Saying a lot about Region getting farmed, but Balsam, kind of forgot about him. He's been on the spot lane the entire time. 61 CS, not yet 10 minutes into the game. He is farming like an absolute madman. But he does have his treads, Ring of Basilius, and I think he got a tower. I don't know if he got the last click on the tower, but he brought a tower down, so there's extra tower gold in his pocket. He could go for such a wide array of items. Let's see if Region and Mini want to go for a kill. If they toss that Wisp in, get that Tether Grenade, Calculus could get bursted down before he has a chance to react. There's the Avalanche Toss on the Calculus. Oh, just barely enough to bring him down. Rise gonna burst strike in, but take the spirits right away. Region gonna punch down that tower as Mini is stuck in a really awkward position. Balsam is teleported in. Rise looking for a burst strike. Not gonna happen though. Region is going to go down to Balsam. Mini now in a rough position. Gonna take down the Sand King before he himself goes down, but Balsam getting a double kill from that. I don't know if that was worth for Skane's Elite, because even though they did get the Sand King, they did get the Queen of Pain. Well, they did end up losing both of their lives to the Morphling of all people. Fishbone now in a little bit of danger. He's going to get a Gale out, and ooh, saved by Wagamama. Fishbone run, it's not safe here. Plague Ward as his parting gift. Skane's Elite, I mean, they did take the tower, I suppose, in exchange for giving Morphling a double kill. I'm not sure if that was entirely the plan. They really wanted that extra kill onto Rise, which they did get, but I mean, Rise isn't really a threat. He's level 5, a level 5 Sand King at this point in the game. Not the hugest threat. There's a relocate down to the bot lane. Gonna go straight for the Enigma, bursting him down. The Queen of Pain in the Avalanche Toss as well. And those heroes died in less than a second. 6 sick relocate ganks from Mini and Region. That's why you pick up Tiny as well as the Wisp combination. You can't do that shit with the CK. You just cannot. Balsam has him pushing out this top lane. He's going to be pressured back by the Tiny. If Wisp keeps chasing him, he could get this kill. He's looking for a tether stun on a creep. There comes the Wisp grenade. Tether bomb. Tether bomb is going to land. Avalanche missing though. Strength Morph is maxed out. The Wisp Spirit's not going to do enough damage as Morphling is now going to make his way out with the Ghost Scepter on. Here comes the Nino though, going to get a stun onto Region. Looking for a black hole. Not going to find it though. Region, all the stuns have worn out, and with the movement speed from Tether plus the phase boots and drum, he is going to speed his way on out of there. Morphling is okay. What is happening to his health? Morphling's dying on the map. Zeus ult. Zeus ult. Skane's Elite, they do have a pretty substantial kill lead at this point. The experience and gold slightly in their favor, not too crushing yet because they have only taken down one. They actually took down another tower. When did that happen? Tidehunter took down a tower. Okay, so that explains that. I'm like, wait, they have 2 towers? That's not what I thought they had. Region is gonna go for that big tree. Oh, Nino smoked up, gonna find a gank onto Fishbone, but he has support in Region. There's the Wisp Grenade, gonna get a stun onto the Enigma before he can get that black hole off. Calculus gonna unleash the Scream of Pain, do a lot of damage. Rise channeling Epicenter, not gonna hit on much though. The Tether is gonna fly through. Wagamama is still very healthy. Here comes Balsam for a huge waveform and hitting all 3 of them. Mini now gonna run to the left as Wagamama and Region gonna try to chase down Rise. He does drop to a Gush. Mini on the run, gonna try to earn charge himself up. He's gonna have support coming around, tethering himself all the way around. Balsam gonna take a toss, and he's gonna get slashed down by the Naga Siren Illusions. MYM losing so many heroes there as Skane's Elite. Did they manage to keep everyone? Oh, they're going to get another one. Relocating right on top of the Queen of Pain. Skane's Elite. I do believe they lost Fishbone. Yes, they did. But hey, the rest of the heroes just cleaned up. Ravage wasn't even used there. Song of the Siren was down. Just the huge amounts of burst damage coming out from the early Skane's Elite heroes. Combined with the fact that the Epicenter kind of whiffed. And Rubik, I don't believe was there. I know the Queen of Pain got a Sonic Wave onto at least one. I actually did not see that. I wasn't paying attention to it. It's going to extend their lead 5 to 14. What the hell am I talking about? 4 to 15. They're now going to look towards the bot lane as Balsam is trying to defend that versus Fishbone's very aggressive pushing. Here comes the Wisp's grenade. Gonna get that tether stun. Oh no, it actually broke. Balsam can take an avalanche. He does have a waveform out plus strength morph. He should be fine. The tether, unfortunately, not working out there. Tossing a little bit too far, but the net from the back, Wagamama is going to get land that, and Balsam's going to take, there's the Wisp grenade right there. Balsam is going to get punched down. No, it's actually the Wisp taking up the last hit. As Balsam dies yet again. 2 deaths in a very short period of time. This Tiny is doing so much work. He's going to use that toss to kill the tower. Toss, yes, does kill towers, or does, do damage to towers, so make sure you use that in your games. Very useful trick. I guess not trick. Very useful mechanic, I guess I should say. Skane's Elite. They're going to relocate onto the top lane where Rise sees them coming, but the tether, movement speed, plus the phase boots, plus the drum, going to get... No, Avalanche actually misses Region, looking for anything he can find. Going to get a Burrow Strike onto the Tiny. Here comes Calculus, though, going to get a stun onto Region. The Wisp getting grenaded back onto the Sand King. As Nino's going to close the distance. Calculus going strong onto the Tiny, however, might take him down. Wagamama has arrived, going to go for the Nino. There's a black hole, catching both Waga and Fishbone, though. He cannot get this kill, however. Here comes the Wisp once again, going to bring support to those people. And the Enigma, as well as the Queen of Pain, actually, have gone down. I don't know how the Tiny got that. I thought he was on the run. Region should turn around for an avalanche toss. I was watching everything else happen, of course. But Tiny, I mean, he was very weak. He had like 300 HP. But still, this avalanche toss combo with now level 2 Grow, just so much burst damage. A Queen of Pain, how much health does she have? 720 health. That is not going to help you when you're dealing, what is it, 300, 300. So that's 600 right off the bat. Plus the Grow, so it's like, I don't remember how much toss. Bonus 50%. Yeah, it's plus double the avalanche damage, plus a right click. Magic resistance or not, you are going to drop if your health is that low. So Wisp's doing some pretty good work, almost at his mech. Region also doing a lot of damage, gonna go for even more movement speed. I think it's a little bit overkill, although I do see people favoring that Yasha. I don't really like it at all. Waga is getting a little bit of farm, possibly gonna go for a Heart of Tarask. Didn't go for a Soul Ring, though. He actually went for a bottle, being in that mid lane. Get a little bit more rune control there. Got to keep an eye on these 2, Wisp and Tiny. They can relocate relocate gank anywhere on the map. Let's see how MYM is doing. The Morphling is kind of slowed down as far as their farm goes. The Black Hole Epicenter really haven't been there. The Black Hole burn just to keep Nino alive for just a couple more seconds. The Epicenter, well, the first Epicenter at least, missed completely. Rubik, I feel, hasn't really been in this fight. Yeah, relocate gank right onto Ryze and Atsi. There's the Bro Strike onto 2 Ever, instantly stunned because he went right into the tether. Avalanche plus a toss. No toss, not a cooldown. There's the Ravage hitting all 3 from Pinoy. There goes one. Skane can easily drop, but Atsi stole the Ravage. Unfortunately, no follow-up here. Fishbone gets tossed in, gonna get that ultimate onto Atsi. He should tick down from this. Yes, he will. Venomous with one last right click will get that kill. And Skane's Elit taking 2 for free. They didn't even suffer much damage from that. They used, like, they used 2 ultimates. I guess they also kind of baited the Ravage out of the Rubik, I guess. But, yeah, Skane's Elit 4-20 have a crushing advantage at this point in the game. They're going to keep going. They want this tier 2 tower. There's the Tether Grenade. Is not going to stun Calculus, unfortunately. The Tether, I think, is, how much distance is this? Max distance 900, and the toss is like 1,000 or something, so range 1,300, yeah, so you got to make sure that you're 400 closer if you're going to get that Tether Grenade. The tier 2 tower does go down. Skane's Elit, 17 minutes into the game, but 20 kills. Tiny is well on his way to that Aghanim Scepter. He would already have it if he didn't go for this Yasha. I'm not sure this Yasha. That's why I don't like Yasha. I don't really think it's worth it. Because really, why do you get it? 15 attack speed is not that. I guess it's 31 attack speed, plus 10 movement speed. But I feel like that's not really worth it. You have plenty of movement speed. You have a freaking Tether. He's moving at max movement speed now, I guess. But I don't know. The difference between that and like a little bit less than that isn't that much. I'm pretty sure he would have max movement speed even if he didn't have that. He doesn't have his phase boots on. It's 513, so yeah, phase boots on is max movement speed even without the Yasha, I'm pretty sure. But regardless, what's done is done. Region and Mini. Oh no, Ryze, you don't want to be there. Oh, you do not want to be there. Looks like he does want to be there because they're not going to find him. Skane's Elit just going to get a little bit more farm. Really solidify their map advantage. Region and Mini very aggressively clearing out the enemy camps because they know that they're in a really good position right now. Even if they get jumped by 1, 2, even 3 players, they could turn it around or at least escape with that relocate out, save Region's life. That is, of course, assuming that the Avalanche toss does land. Tiny's so powerful at this point in the game. No one can really stand up to him. Pinoy on the top lane can get killed by himself. As Balsam waveforms in, I don't know why the Tidehunter was at such low HP. But yeah, he does drop, and Balsam getting another much needed kill. Gonna get him a little bit quicker Ghost Scepter. Oh, I'm sorry, Ethereal Blade. I think it really shotguns people down because Skane's Elit, I mean, they are ahead. Their levels are vastly higher than the MYM squad. But still, Wisp, Fishbone, even, well, I guess not. Well, Wisp and Fishbone, I guess, Mini and Fishbone, the only ones very vulnerable to a shotgun. Everyone else probably just going to be severely weakened by that shotgun, but I don't know if they'll die. Because Tidehunter is going to go for that hood into pipe. Once you have that, you're pretty much impervious to the shotgun. Unless the Morphling is really freaking stacked, which right now he's not. I mean, it's going to be a 19-minute shotgun, which isn't bad at all. But still, compared to the situation that he's in, I mean, the rest of his team can't contribute at all. Queen of Pain has nothing. The Enigma has mech, which is pretty good. Sand King has nothing, though. The Rubik has nothing. Skane's Elit, well, this could be their chance to kill these stacked up Ancients. They don't have their big stick yet. Oh, there you go. Big stick has been acquired by Tiny. I think you'd just be able to pull one out of the ground since they're freaking all over the place. Just grab one and use it. Look at all these. They're all perfectly good, but no. He needs the Scepter stick because he only uses the most top quality of trees. But now we get to see something that's very exciting. Tiny cleaving down Ancients. You know, no matter what happens, I always love seeing players clear out stacked Ancients. It's just so satisfying. Of course, doing it is also pretty darn fun. That's going to give Skane's Elit yet another huge jump of experience that they really wouldn't normally get. They've been really diligent about stacking those Ancients. And usually you don't see that unless you have, you know, like a Beastmaster or a Dragon Knight or something like that. Not with these heroes, really. So those stacked Ancients are going to give them a lot more income that MYM really won't expect them to have. Skane's Elit still separated. The Region and Mini just farming the enemy jungle. MYM forced to play very defensively. There you can see with their wards, they are playing very cautiously with these wards. Skane's Elite, they don't really have many wards up, which is kind of surprising. But I guess you don't really need wards when your Tiny can kill anything he could run into. MYM, I mean, they are doing pretty much what they need to do. I guess they could try to go for some picks, but Skane's Elite, they were grouped up pretty tight. Now they're going to take a free Roshan. Nothing to contest that. The Radiance is actually the pick up for Wagamama. Probably going to turn that into a heart eventually, the bit booster. Roshan does go down, Region with a double life. And this Tiny, I mean, he has another level of grow to go. So he is going to be hitting even harder later on. Looks like the objective is going to be the bot lane for everyone except for Wagamama, who wants to keep farming. And why not? I mean, the Morphling is getting dangerous, yes. But the Naga Siren is getting a little bit more dangerous. Combine that with the Tiny danger factor. The Morphling isn't that huge of a threat. This tower is going to get demolished. Skane's Elite, they are so far ahead right now. MYM, they could defend this if they land a good black hole, if they land a good epicenter. But epicenter only level 1 at this point, where most of the Skane's Elite's ultimates are level 2, except for the Venomancer. Tower getting knocked down, Avalanche Toss annihilating those creeps. And still Skane's Elite pushing 4v5. They know that they're ahead and they're just going to capitalize on that. Looks like instead they're going to fall back once again, clear off the enemy jungle, deny all of that potential gold to the enemy team. Really solidify their map advantage by being super aggressive. And that was the best Avalanche I ever saw. Using the toss to try to get some vision with the spirits. That was kind of weird. Skane's Elite, they're playing patiently. They know that in the super late game, this Tiny will just wreck all of MYM, except for possibly the Morphling, but the Morphling doesn't have nearly enough. Oh no, Region gonna find two. There's the Avalanche Toss, gonna annihilate the No, the mech will save him for at least for the moment. Mini not landing those spirits. He's gonna spot everyone out with those spirits. However, Rise is gonna burrow strike Region, slowing him down. Fishbone looking in support, but looks like everyone is falling back. We're going to find some Eidolons. 1 hit, 2 hits. Eidolons are dead. I think with my casting hiatus, my voice has kind of gotten a little bit weaker. Really, I don't know what to do about my voice. It's still like kind of finicky as far as how long I can cast, but here we go. All 5 of Skane's Elite are grouped up, looking towards the last tier 2. What do they have incoming? A Pipe of Insight. So once that tier 2 does go down, Calculus, getting stunned up by the Avalanche, trying to toss him back into his team. Not happening, however. The Pipe has been procured. That means Skane's Elite can push the high ground. And Sand King's ultimate, Queen of Pain's ultimate, won't really do much of anything. Tower is generating pretty quickly. The melee creep's not registering the back door? I don't know. But either way, the tree does bring him down. Now Manta Style with Tiny, huge burst damage. Gonna go on to, no, Calculus actually dodged most of it. But gets stolen. Toss got stolen for Rubik. So that is a epicenter initiation if they want it. Rise on the front line. Yale goes out, not gonna hit anything. His Region just stands his ground, punches down that tower. Now gonna get a huge hit onto Calculus plus a toss. He's gonna just get healed up by Mini. Without earn charges, it's not going to heal him up the best. But still, he does have a mech up. And there's a Pipe as well that they have popped off. Another 40 seconds before they could, 100% safely push the high ground. Looks like that is not going to be their choice of action. They're instead going to keep farming. Makes sense. Morphling is slowly getting bigger. So he could find some opportunities to get some picks off on Skane's Elite, especially the Venomancer, especially the Wisp. But I mean, even the Wisp is 1000 HP. That's not bad at all. MYM, they're on the back foot, and what could they really do to come back from this? They do have the giant team fight. So what they should probably do, ideally, I guess, is just try to make that team fight happen. I mean, it's obvious. That's what they should do. That's what their strategy kind of is. To do that, they really need to get a pick off on someone, anyone, in order to make that team fight that much easier. As one slip up, oh no. There's the Tether Bomb, gonna get stunned on Calculus, and the Manta Style split. Oh my god, the trees So many tree branches everywhere. Calculus didn't stand a chance there. Friggin' illusions making a ton of noise, but you know, Region and Mini continuing to clear off the enemy jungle. Pinoy in the top lane farming that. Wagamama farming all over the map really with the Radiance plus Riptide damage. Skane's Elite, they have all the farm on the map under their thumb. If they see anyone at all, you know, very aggressive warding. Now it's coming into play. They saw Calculus on the bot lane, instant relocate gank. So much map dominance, and now just two people on this bot lane. Rise is going to get stunned by the tether. The avalanche toss onto Rise, doing a lot of damage. Minigo, very weak because that shotgun did survive. Region has to make his way out. He does have an... Oh, well, not going to lose the Aegis. Mech does pop off, and Wagamama is there with the evac. Been doing a lot of damage to Atsi. Holy crap. Skane's Elite. They took that 3v5. They just pushed in. They did not give a crap. Pinoy was... I mean, if he wants to teleport in to help, it'll take a really freaking long time. And now that the Tidehunter is a Blink Dagger, oh my god. Sand King still 700 away from his. Enigma instead going to go for BKB. But even if he does get a BKB, that net will cut right through it and disable the black hole. Kill the fake one. I think the fake one's going to live with 12 HP. Oh, there it goes. That Radiance damage, you don't want to give it to the enemy Morphling. Waga with a heart as well as a Radiance. He could just send his illusions constantly to the front line and burn everything down. You can see how far the lanes are pushed up for all of the lanes for Skane's Elite. And they have complete map control. Calculus, gotta watch out. Trying to find farm. Oh no, do they see him with the spirits? Avalanche, barely missing. Skane's Elite, they're all grouping up on the top lane. The MYM, they gotta watch out, but it looks like instead they're gonna gear to take out the Naga Siren. No, they're playing super defensively, but okay, they need to play defensively. If they go aggressive, they're going to get squished. But the problem is, they play too defensively. They're not getting anything. They're not getting farm. They're not getting experience. The Queen of Pain is the only one venturing out because she does have a blink spell. Now Tiny with a freaking Eagle Song. Oh, is he gonna get a... I sure hope he gets a freaking ethereal... No, he can't. This is 0.74. Damn it. Ah. Well, he's gonna go for a butterfly, I guess. Why not? Attack speed. Although, with his health pool, I do think it'll be better for him to just go for a heart. Just slam down some bigger hits. Overcharges on Tiny, and this Rax is not long for life. Here comes Nino, gonna try to get the black hole. Gonna only catch Region, however. Wagamama throwing out the Sonic Wave only onto Region once again, though. He does have that Aegis, so he's not in any danger. Nino is gonna get clubbed down by everyone. There's the... No, not Song of Siren. The... Yeah, okay. So nothing really happened. Ravages flying back and forth. Atsi did steal that Ravage. He's gonna get the Aegis off as the Tiny gonna spawn right into Rise, but he's gonna get an Avalanche. One hit onto the Queen of Pain, another hit onto the Morphling, and now Atsi on the run. Gush, plus a net. Boom! Triple kill. The only one for Skane's Elite to die was that Wisp, as now Region might be in a little bit of trouble. He did already burn that Aegis. He's making his way out. He should be fine. The Raxes have gone down. Balsam looking to defend this by himself, but Wagamama at this point, I mean, Skane's Elite, they have two big heroes on the map, the Naga Siren plus the Tiny. And Balsam cannot afford to take a fight like that. He's going to wait for him in. He's going to get a shotgun onto the Venomancer. Trying to race each other for the Geometry side. The Tidehunter does get that, sealing the map control once again to Skane's Elite favor. Balsam going to replicate a little bit closer in. The shotgun, I believe, not going to be enough with the pipe. But it doesn't matter because Pinoy does go down. Skane's Elite taking a couple of losses, 8-25 now. But you know what? They got what they came for. They lost the Wisp. They lost the Tiny Aegis, but he was a friggin' butterfly. I'll get out of here. So Tiny is absolutely fearsome. Even the Naga Siren, so tanky at this point, and so much sustained damage from her, whereas Region is more of the burst damage here. But with the attack speed that he has, actually, he has some pretty good burst damage, sustained damage as well, and he's putting it out pretty consistently. If this is a Mask of Madness, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm gonna be so happy. I love seeing Tinies with Mask of Madness. He's gonna get torn down extremely quickly though, but you saw how much damage he took. He took about none. Now Rise, gotta watch out for the Wisp Grenade. You're gonna take an Avalanche, but you can see that did like a fourth of his HP. Still 30 minutes in the game. Region's gonna find the Nino. The clubbing is going to start. There's a toss holding him out of position. Roche strike in from Rise, slowing down Tiny to get Calculus, but Calculus, oh, if he takes one more hit, he's going to drop. Oh, the perfect levitate. Gonna cancel that out, but Rise now in danger. He's Sandstorm, not gonna happen. Gets a double kill by himself versus 3 then 4. Tiny is just killing all of MYM by himself, and now Skane's Elite grouped up on the bot lane. They're going to make a push towards the bottom Raxes. And MYM, they need to defend this, but they don't have a black hole. They do have an epicenter with a blink dagger, which will do a little bit of damage, but the pipe is up, and even Venomancer is now above 1,000 HP. The epicenter, even if it lands on a tightly pumped up group of Skane's Elite heroes, it's not going to kill anyone. Going to severely weaken them. I guess if the Sonic Wave flies over, it could potentially get a kill, but once again, that relies on the pipe not being there. Pinoy does have a blink dagger, so he's going to be looking in towards a Ravage, which is up. Melee Raxes have gone down. Range Raxes now are going to drop as well. Skane's Elite, that means they're just going to teleport right back to this mid lane, or at least Waga is. And their final objective is going to be the mid lane Raxes. MYM, I mean, they had to go right then, but the Raxes didn't stand for long enough so that they could even have an opportunity. They're going to smoke up, but I do believe that was seen. Skane's Elite, they're going to go for Roshan, and this could be a good chance for MYM. If they land the epicenter, if they land the black hole, it'll be devastating in such tight quarters, but the Ravage still is up on the Tidehunter, and Wagama always does have that sleep. Find out what the Roshan is now at half HP. Well, this is the only shot that MYM have. If they take this Aegis and take a good team fight, they are still back into this game. Here comes the epicenter plus Sonic Wave doing a ton of damage, but the instant sleep from the Siren. It's going to go straight for Calculus, who does that to BKB. There goes the Roshan, picked up by Tiny. The Queen of Pain is the first one to drop. Nino trying to get in there for a black hole. It's not going to happen, though. Here comes the Balsam, though. Morphling does take out one black hole. Only has a Mini plus Region now. Mini is going to drop because Balsam's been sitting there the whole time doing the damage. And now Fishbone plus Wagamama being tossed in from Region is going to bring down the Morphling. And now Atsy's the only one left. Anchor Smash is going to take him down. And all 5 are down from MYM. All 5 are up. Just going to his Elite. Who got the Aegis? I don't even know who got the Aegis. I think the Aegis got burned. Well, the Aegis... Well, Tidehunter didn't even use his frickin' Ravage in that fight. That's pretty insane. But anyway, guys, the GG has been called. Skane's Elite in dominating fashion, thrashing MYM with a huge Tiny. Got another frickin' Eagle song. Oh, Helm's Dominator. Boring region. Come on. Come on. The GG has been called. Skane's Elite. I mean, what could have MYM done? I feel like their lanes could have been improved a little bit. I don't know. I mean, they really had the best possible situation for them. Tidehunter didn't get anything. Problem is the ganks happened from Skane's Elite. And then once that Wisp got to level 6, Tiny was all over the map. Nothing the Sand King could do. There's nothing the Sand King could do to slow that down. Skane's Elite, they got the big items up. They just had so much burst damage that MYM just couldn't stand up for it. Once Skane's Elite got that map control, they had the game in the palm of their hand. They held it so tight they did not let go. So now we're just going to wait. We're going to speed this up because the GG has already been called. Oh, yes. Benny Hill. But Mega Creeps. So thanks for watching, guys. I will try to get a couple more out today. I'm aiming for 3. Probably going to end up being 2. Regardless, this one does go to Skane's Elite from the Starseries Season 3. Thanks for watching, guys. GG.